Jimmy's Jam Box. Keep jamming. Hello, everybody. Welcome to another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jam Box. We're here and we're back at it again, and we're going to get on into it. But before we do, as always, please make sure to like, subscribe, push all the buttons, do all the things. You know, I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. Now let's go ahead and get on into it. Here is today's guest.
Big 360, man. It's Uniqxe. How's it going?
Hello. Thank you so much for joining us today.
No problem, man.
Yeah, why don't you go ahead and just tell us a little bit about, like where you're from, what you do. Give us that like Tinder profile of your involvement with music.
Okay. So I'm from Washougal, Washington. Top left of the map,
That's half my hometown as well.
Yeah. Love it over there. Love the environment. Love everybody over there. There's a couple people that are out of their heads, but I tend to stay away from them, and it's brought me to a good place. So I just grew up there. Loved rock music, and then moved to Portland over here. Grew up in the Portland Sea for a little bit, and then finally moved back to Vancouver.
Well, technically, Portland's over there. We're in Vancouver.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
No, but totally. Okay, I dig that.
Yeah.
So you've always just kind of been in this area.
Yeah. I've never really, I've been in California maybe twice.
Okay.
But just to visit family. So
yeah, you've always lived in this space.
Yeah, I've never really been anywhere else.
That's fair.
Definitely want to travel, though.
Oh, yeah. There's all kinds of cool stuff.
Oh, yeah, most definitely.
Do you play any instruments?
I used to play the drums.
Oh, why don't you play them anymore? Volume?
Never really got a drum set for myself. It was always at school. And so, yeah.
Well, have you thought about getting an electronic kit?
I've thought about it. I've produced music, but it's so much harder than just regularly playing the drums. So.
Nah, I feel you. Especially if you get like too cheap of a kit. Like now, what's nice is now there are some with like mesh heads that are a little more like in the practical ranges. So even if they don't like feel right, you get to do the motor mechanics. And then when you sit down on a real kit, it feels a little more regular.
Yeah.
But I totally get that. What got you into making music initially?
Just, I don't know, just like these people being able to come back to their hometown and bring so much more back into it and build it up from absolutely nothing. It's always been an inspiration for me. I've tried YouTube, streaming, just every avenue, and making music is like my favorite thing to do. It's fun. It's way more fun. The interactions I get, I love them, and so it's just, yeah.
Hell yeah, I dig that. Now, this next question is one that we ask pretty early on, and it's definitely a crowd favorite. What was the first album you ever bought with your own money?
I think it was the Eminem album with Kim on it, the song Kim.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Most definitely. I'd be grounded every week and just play that in my radio every week, man.
A lot of people say that Eminem is their first album. That's an interesting statistic.
He was definitely one of the first hip hop artists that was in my household. So
interesting. Interesting. Okay. Now tell us about the first show you ever went to. That was like a show you like wanted to go to, not one that you got like taken to at the fair.
Technically, the first show I went to, I think my mom was like 9 months or 8 months pregnant. She went to a Slipknot concert.
Okay.
Yeah, so that's technically the first show, but my first experience at a show, I think it was a X concert.
Okay.
So yeah, that was amazing experience. Ski Mask was there, Slump God, all those Lil Pump was pumping at the time, so he was doing a good scene with the hypeness of everything, so it was mosh pits, everything. It was super fun.
Hell yeah, I bet that was wild.
Oh, it was insane. I came out with a black eye. My friend came out with a bloody nose. It was so fun. It was awesome.
Well, hey, if you don't get hurt in the pit, did you go in the pit?
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah,
exactly. One of my earliest memories, I remember. I was pretty young. And I was like talking to this girl, and we were like, "Yeah, what's going on?" And then like songs came on, and we're like, "Oh, I'll see you after." And in the middle of it, she was like this much shorter than me, just enough. And she came around this side, I came around that side, bam, and she slammed her
Damn.
head into my face. And I
Yeah.
came home with the biggest black, just
no.
like black all right here.
Yeah, I think I got the roundhouse just
Yep.
whack. Yep.
Yep, that'll do it. That'll
Yeah,
do
but
it.
that's what got me.
Hell yeah. All right, now let's go ahead and dive into you as the artist. Let's get to know you a little bit more musically.
Okay.
And we're going to get the easy one out of the way. How did you pick your name?
So it's a really easy one. I'm gonna just say the straightforward answer. There's plenty of things that I've came up with after, but I mean, you know, whenever you're making a username for something, it says pick a unique username, and so I was just like, you know what, I'm gonna just throw an X in there and see how it looks, and it was available, so I took it, and then I started coming up with 360 because that's where I came from, and so I came up with 360 unique, all around unique. Was the backstory to it, and then I was like, that sounds corny, so I took the 360 off and just put the unique, and now it just looks super clean. And
hell yeah.
yeah.
Do you ever go, if anybody's ever like, what's your artist name? Are you just like unique with an X?
No, I just
And they're just like,
yeah.
right. Where's the X go?
Right, yeah, no, I'll just
never
start it.
say it. Never
Yeah.
say where it is. Just let them figure it out from there. But like
Exactly.
unique with an X.
Right.
Just do that for me from now on. Just
I'll
be
do
like,
it. I'll do it a couple times.
Jimmy
I
says
got you.
hello.
I got you,
That's
for sure.
amazing. That's a fun one.
Oh, yeah.
Go ahead and tell us a little bit about your writing process. How do you go about putting a track together? And focus on how do you start a track? Like when you get the inspiration, because obviously, you know, everybody's like,
Right.
when I get the moment. When you get that moment to make a track, what's the like first things that you do?
Okay.
And then what decides a track is finished?
So first things that I do, I search for beats. I follow or subscribe and follow on Instagram a lot of producers. So it's like I try to find the best beat I possibly can, and most artists, I'll throw like a little quick humming flow on it, and then try to see if I can actually do something with it. If not, I'll find the next beat. But
Okay.
even if it sounds like insanely good and I can't get on it, I'll be like, oh, I need that beat. It's too good to not like pass up. And then going with the lyric part, getting the lyrics onto the song, I'll write one thing down, and then I'll just punch in the rest. So like, as soon as that bar is done, I'll listen to it in the headphones, and then record, listen to it, and then punch in just each bar.
Okay.
And then it just sounds super nice, just the flow, because it's like brand new everything. And I'll make it sound like, I won't make it sound fucked up or and anything like that. I'll make it sound perfect, so I'll do multiple takes of it. But yeah,
Hell yeah.
And so and when I see a song finished, it's just however I'll put at least. I don't like to do hooks, so I'll just do a no hook song. I've only have a couple songs that have hooks, so
what?
Yeah.
Can I ask why?
I don't like repeating anything.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
it feels really like lazy to me in making music. I know there's really good songs that have some hooks and they're really short, but just to me, it feels like I could do something more than what I've already said before in the song.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I've never, I think the first like 10 songs, they have no hook, and then I got lazy one day, just wanted to put a song out there. I haven't dropped a song in a couple months, so I was like, all right, I'll make a quick little hook and then go on another verse.
Okay. Okay. I could dig that.
Yeah.
Now, out of your entire discography, what song do you think represents you best as an artist right now?
I'd say either Master of Disguise or... That's a good question. Yeah, either Master of Disguise, because it's a lot of beats. I'm a very hypergenic, like hype person, so it's very all hype beats, a lot of them. And ADHD definitely plays a part in my personality, and I'm not gonna take that nowhere. That's gonna stay with me. So just every 30 seconds, just a beat. Definitely that one. I got a couple more songs that are how many flows with the question mark. And so it's just a bunch of different other beats and me using different flows on one song.
Okay. Okay, I dig that.
Yeah.
Now, tell us about either your most favorite or if you have too many favorites, because some people do,
Right.
your most wild show that you've ever performed. And if you have a story for both, please feel free to tell both.
Okay. All right. So definitely have a story for both. My favorite song might either have to be Mama, which I just talked about how...
Oh, no, not song, show.
Oh, his favorite show.
Yeah, that you ever
that I
performed
performed?
at. Yeah.
Oh, so I've only had one show.
Oh, okay. Well,
So,
then
yeah.
I guess tell us about that one.
That was... shout out Hooligan. He brought
Oh, yeah,
you,
shout
brought
out
that.
Hooligan.
Yeah, he brought me out there. It was amazing. The crowd, everybody loved me. The energy was insane.
Hell
It
yeah.
was my first show, so
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Do you already have a second one planned?
Yeah, I do. Can't speak too much on that.
Oh,
but I don't know when
okay.
this is coming out, but September 8th, y'all got to get ready.
All right. We'll have you tell a little bit more about that at the end. Just a smidge
yeah.
more. Just a smidge more. But that's cool, man.
Oh, yeah.
The first show is always, it's special. You know what I mean?
Most definitely. Yeah.
Even if everything goes wrong, like even if nothing works out the way it should, like
yeah.
for that moment where you get to walk on stage, like especially if like it for the very first time doing it, like there's not really anything else like it. You know what I mean?
100%.
And it never, at least for for somebody as humble as me who has only performed a moderate handful of times, like it never got less. It would
Right.
change. It would be different. It would mold into something, but it never felt like a less. It always felt
Yeah, exactly.
like every time you stepped on, you were like, okay, like I have this much experience now. I can start thinking about things this way. Like you just kind of grow in that space. So definitely like pay attention to what you do as you do it. Try to like have somebody film you doing it, not to put on social media, but so you can watch what you do.
Oh yeah, I think like my dad, my stepmom, my brother, my
Yep.
little sisters, my dad's friend, they all showed up because like they've never seen anybody in their family
Ah, you're the musical one.
do anything like this. So it's like it's crazy.
Yeah. Oh man, it's an experience for sure.
yeah.
Also, it's it's cool when families are able to show up for those
Oh,
things.
most definitely. Yeah.
My family was there. No, I think just my dad was there. But my dad was there for
Right,
the,
I mean, as long as it's one, you're looking
Yeah.
in the crowd looking for him. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Yeah,
just
and I
like
mean-
you were in first grade. Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
And it like the room was way more full than we like expected it to be.
Hell yeah.
We had like 50 or 60 people show
Fuck
up
yeah.
just because like one person happened to like know like 30 people. So like the
yeah,
other
yeah.
4 members brought like 7, and he was just like, I brought everybody. I don't know.
Right?
I don't know.
Hey, enjoy the time.
But
right?
yeah, but
Shit.
it was cool. So definitely congrats on
Hell yeah.
knocking the first one out. Because
Right.
I think as Zeno put it, or as it was said on Zeno's episode, shout out Zeno G, you have to do the first one before you can keep doing it.
Oh yeah,
So
most definitely.
from
yeah.
now on, all you could do is do it again. You've done it once, which means
1000%.
you in fact can do it.
Yeah, it's good bringing my family there too. When I was born, my grandma helped me and said he's gonna be something, and so my dad, I got off the stage and he reminded me of that, and it just hit home.
Damn.
And as soon as that
hitting you
hit,
with those powerful words
right,
right as
and
you walk off.
I knew I was gonna make it right there.
Hell yeah.
And I knew I was gonna make it.
Oh, that definitely sounds like a great favorite
yeah,
and
it's-
wild show for sure.
I love it.
All right. Let's go ahead and jump into some hypothetical questions.
Okay.
If you could work with any one artist who's currently alive, and if it's a group, you got to pick one member,
Okay.
who would you pick?
That's a good question. I'd have to say, ooh. If I could work with one group,
One person.
yeah, I'm gonna answer like two questions or two answers in this. One group would be the Ghetto Boys, but one person from that group, definitely RMC Mike.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And why would you choose him?
Their flow and like just everything that they make, it just always goes so hard. So and like I've done a couple of their flows in my music, so it would be hella cool to work with them.
Cool. I dig that.
Mm-hmm.
Now, subsequently, who's a local artist that you're aware of that you haven't gotten to connect with yet, but you would like to?
I don't know too many local artists.
Well, I'm saying who's one you like don't know like as a like a connected level, but like they're there.
See, like the only person that really reached out to me like locally is Hooligan, and so like I got a lot of love for him, and so he's brought me to the local scene and introduced me to a lot of people. There's one artist that I would like to work with, For Official.
Okay.
She's really nice on the vocals, and I'd like to get a sample from her, probably get it onto a beat, and then just work from there.
All right. Well, y'all, if you know, you happen to know them,
Yeah, shout out for her. She's crazy.
put it in the comments. Let's make it happen.
Hell yeah.
All right. Now this next one, have fun with it. Like just like sky's the limits. If you could perform anywhere in the world, and there were like you wouldn't have to worry about crowd access, power, stability, nothing. Like it could be anywhere. Super cool. Out in the Amazons, out on the beach in
That's
like Bermuda.
question.
Like it could be anywhere. Where would you want to perform?
Probably the Egyptian pyramids.
Okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
100%. Just right there, the backdrop, me on a big ass stage, just performing with everybody in front of it. That would be so fun.
I dig that.
That would be awesome.
All right, see, that's a good example of a wild answer. Like
That
every
would
answer
be
is great,
insane.
but
you
like
know?
let's do some world traveling with these answers in the future. No, but that's an awesome one.
Hell yeah.
All right, and then we've got one last one, and this one's a little more heady. So like you're gonna have to look inwards for this. If you had to pick a completely different genre than any other genre you performed before, so if you've like blend styled a song before, like anything like that, those options are off the they're off the table. But what would you pick? And you would be equally as proficient as you are in your current genre.
That's a difficult one. See, I definitely wouldn't do country. I don't think I could.
Okay.
I could get myself to do that.
Okay.
Yeah, I grew up around it, but I just never really liked it.
I'm thinking smooth jazz. No, I'm kidding.
That would I like. It's comfortable music, so I think I could definitely get into some smooth jazz.
Okay.
And if I was as successful as I would be in this genre, oh yeah, most definitely.
All right. All right. Well, I gave you that one. But
Yeah, most definitely. If I had to pick one myself, it would probably be rock, like some heavy metal, guitarist shit.
You got the hair for it.
Oh, I used to love. Trust me, I used to practice the vocals for it every day. Stepmom come home, oh don't do this, you're gonna ruin your voice, everything. Yeah, it was terrible.
I mean, there's ways to do it right.
Right.
I mean, they don't tell kids how to do it, but there's ways to do it right.
Yeah, I was the youngest I remember listening to Slipknot was probably like 3.
I thought you were gonna say -1 month.
Right. I mean, hey, dude, that was a crazy experience. My mom was telling me she got sick during it, threw up everywhere. She was in the stands at least and not on the ground.
Yeah.
But it was crazy. And that was like when they were blowing up in like 2002. And that's when they like first started and everything. So it was awesome.
Damn. Hell yeah. Mm-hmm. All right. Well, we're going to go ahead and wrap this up. Why don't you go and tell everybody, what you have going from September onwards?
Well, we do got a show coming up, me and Hooligan and Nobody. It's crazy. It's going to be a crazy experience. We'll post more about it on social media. But, I mean, from that on, I can only say, just tune in.
Hell yeah. And keep looking at the camera and tell everybody just how they can find you. Give us the plugs, the ads for you and things like that.
On Instagram, it's Punch God Unique. Just Punch God, UNIQXE. And then on YouTube, TikTok, everything else is just regular Unique. Can't get the handle yet for Instagram, but we're working on it.
All right. And then any other plugs, any other shout outs, anybody else you want to put on?
Shout out Hooligan for, getting me onto this show. And shout out my mom. You're a big inspiration, for real.
Hell yeah. All right. Now we're going to go ahead and wrap this up, but I'm going to steal the camera for just a second. As always, y'all, please make sure to like, subscribe, hit all the buttons, do all the things. I don't know where they are, but you do, and I trust you. Now for the final question. What is your guilty pleasure song?
Ooh. That's got to be a Slipknot song. Probably Duality.
Oh, I feel like that's kind of a banger. Yeah. Is that really the guilty pleasure track? What's the one that people give you a little bit of grief for, but you're just like, I don't care, I love it. Every
Slipknot song, Dead Memories, for sure. Dead Memories by Slipknot. They'll always look at me and be like, why are you playing this? Because they've never had a connection with like rock music. The people
I guess
around
that's
me.
fair.
So
that's fair.
Yeah, or probably some old like Hobson. Like Ill Mind of Hobson.
Okay.
Yeah.
You know, that's the second. Hobson must just be big around here.
Dude, he's really, most definitely. Yeah, my family,
Because I've known the name for a while. Like, I listened around the same time as well. But I haven't heard a lot of people mention the name. But recently,
around here?
I think this is the third time
Oh, hell yeah.
he's been mentioned. So, yeah, I guess.
Yeah, shout out Hobson, man.
Yeah. Hey, if you want to be on the show.
Hey, man, you got to come through.
Make it happen. Everybody add him in the comments. Let's.
Right?
I feel like he would be down to do it.
Oh, yeah, most definitely. He's a good dude.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
All right. Now we're going to go ahead and get up on out of here.
Alrighty.
Thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thank you for having me on, man.
Yeah, I had a great time. All right, y'all, we're going to get up on out of here. This has been another exciting episode of Jimmy's Jam Box. I'm Jimmy.
I'm Unique, man. Big 360.
And we're signing off. Later, y'all.
That's a wrap.
This is not a podcast. This is a show.
Keep jamming.